my goodness, it's great to meet both of you. This is such a great co-hosting job for both of you because you guys are, as they say, couple goals. Was that what really drew you to be a part of co-hosting? Where one of you offered the opportunity before the other, and you're like, I need to bring them on. I need to bring them on because we have some good advice as a team to give the ladies.
No, they thought this through. When they came to us, they really put together their couple goals, as you said. You know, what they wanted was a couple that had been through it, been together for a while, and we jumped at it because we really felt like we like this dating show genre. We watch all of them, but we really felt like this plot twist of having women who are in their 40s who have been through a lot of stuff, especially publicly, to get this another chance at love. And to curate these men that came together, and I loved the men. We got close to them, and they allowed us to be involved in the whole process, which I think is different. It wasn't like we just showed up and directed traffic. We were at the parties, we were in people's business, we socialized, and we were able to impart our wisdom. We don't know everything, but we've been around for a while. And to the extent that they were open to what we thought about, the situation, that was kind of cool.
Was there a piece of advice that you offered the ladies that they were sort of surprised or maybe taken aback that they didn't know and that they were like, okay, that really makes sense. I should have thought of it that way.
Well, I mean, mostly I told them to keep an open mind. When you are in your 40s and you're looking, you have like boxes that I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this. So I mostly try when I was with the ladies to just make them know, you know what, take a chance. You never know. Like the things that were like deal breakers before, that might be something that you could be open to this time. So and my biggest example was when I first met Rodney, I wasn't looking for an athlete, a quarterback. Like, as a matter of fact, that was not on my list. And no offense, honey, but it's like you were a little monogamously challenged too. So that was a little concern. So I shared those things with the ladies and they were like, oh, why? Rodney's so attractive. He's so this. I was like, yeah, but that wasn't what I drew up. That wasn't my eat, pray, love plan, right? And so we gave it a shot and we're still here.
You were mine.
Oh, honey. Of course he says that. Of course. Now I feel bad. Now I'm going to go back and change that.
Well, he is on camera.
You always what I wanted, honey. Okay. So yeah, no, that was my advice. Just, lighten up, just tweak your expectations a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's how you might find that person.
Rodney, when it came to the gentleman's side of thing, were you surprised you had to keep people in line, or were you surprised that you had to sort of step in and say, look, these are quality women. You need to act like these are quality women. And this is a chance of a lifetime because these are some ladies who have some history and they deserve to be treated like the queens on the court. They are.
Absolutely. Look, Holly's a perfect example that a woman that was strong, independent, had her own career, was in the public eye. I knew I had to come correct, as you would say, right? I had to do everything right. But I was surprised at how many guys actually came to me for advice. Mm-hmm. I mean, because a lot of times men don't want to ask for advice. They a lot of times we think we know everything, and our egos won't allow us to seek advice from our peers or anybody else. But I was pleasantly surprised how many men came to me and say, okay, how do I go about this? How
did you deal with
did you deal with Holly being in the public eye? And the biggest thing is you have to take your ego out of it. I always say this about Holly and I, we are a team, right? It's not a competition. I'm not competing against her. I'm rooting for her. I want her to be at the top of the mountain. And when she succeeds, we all succeed. And that's the way you have to look at it. And don't be intimidated by these women. Yes, they are strong, independent, successful, but you don't have to be intimidated by them, and just be yourself, because they will see through any kind of game you try to run on them.
Right.
Well, this is such a unique dating series. I find it much different than those that say like of The Bachelor or Love Island and stuff. This I think is a little bit more special and a little more personal because there's only three women. They are such standouts in the field of work that they do. Is there something that you feel really makes Queen's Court unique from the dating pool as far as shows go, Holly?
The first thing is just the perspective of these women, that we know their stories. I think that makes it really unique. And also just, I think people will see themselves in this show. I think they'll see themselves, even if you're a queen or a king, you will see yourself. And just the concept of being open-minded and allowing yourself to look for that person. And so I think for me, it's the humor too. Like I laughed so hard on set, and I was hoping that that humor would come through in the final edits, and it did. I mean, it's hilarious. Like all my friends were like, "Oh, you told me that was so funny," and I can't wait for them to see it because they're going to really love it. So I think it's set apart just because of plot twists of the women, their demographic, and then all these men who are, super open about what they want.
And the different personalities, right?
Yeah,
we get to see
there's some tremendously hilarious and awesome personalities. They did a great job finding the absolute excellent cast.
Well, as a single woman, I have to ask, were there any leftovers that I could take off of these ladies' hands?
Listen, I was so invested that when someone went home that I was like, oh, let me write him down so I could slip him to one of my friends, because there were so many great guys. Yeah, so we were just blown away by these men and how amazing they were.
We might have a couple on standby for you.
All right, Rodney, I'll reach out and see and see what you recommend off camera.
You got it. You got it.
Well, those were all of my questions. So thank you guys so much again for all of your time. This is such a special series. I really, as I said, think it stands out from the dating series. There's not that many. I mean, you're not jumping through hoops to win someone's love. You're really trying to genuinely win their heart. And I think the advice that both of you offer is truly ones that anyone could take to heart, whether you're in the limelight or whether you're a average journalist like myself.
Awesome. You're right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.